We got a treat for the chickens. We got some watermelon rinds. Now, our Rhode Island Reds haven't had these yet, but our older chickens have, so I'm kind of curious how they do. But this is a great treat. They will carve these things out, and there won't be anything left. The Rhode Island Reds, they're young, you know, so they're watching what the older ones are doing, but the some of them are getting it. One of them's got a bunch of stuff hanging off the back end. We'll have to fix that, honey. We need to get some scissors. Chickens are garbage disposals. Don't waste anything. This is free food to them. Happy sounds. Oh, here comes the latecomer. It's like, what do you guys got here? I forgot to even count them to see how many we had here. Yeah, I think we got them all here now. Somebody must have been way out in the field. They're running over there with the little pieces away from everybody else. So while they're doing that, I wanted to show you something. I've got these stupid Carpenter bees. This is in the back part of my rabbit cover. And they bored a bunch of holes in here. And so I put one of these traps up next to one of the holes, but because of the way these rafters are set up, it's not doing anything. So there is a little trick, but it's only temporary. You can kill these things with WD-40. It does work. Knocks them right down. So I got to go get some WD-40, and then you put it in the holes. And that actually kills the bees too when they come back if you miss these things. But these guys are going to town on my my cover here. There's one trying to get working on a hole right there. So I'm not sure what the answer is here. Nothing you do to keep from them you know, eating the wood, short of trying to capture them, and I don't have the right position for this trap apparently. So I wanted to show you, get the WD-40 that has like the little straw, because this is very directional. They call it a smart straw. This works great. All right, I saw a bee go right in here. Let's see what happens. All right, nothing in there. Now I was doing this the other day, and this isn't always the safest thing, but they don't really sting, but they can put a hurt on you for a bite. So watch this. All right, I think I got that guy, but he's yeah, he's dripping with WD-40, so we'll see what happens. All right, this is look like somebody was working on this one. Let's try this. Whoop. There's somebody trying to bother me here. Back up. He's a little territorial there, trying to get me. All right. I want him to sit down so I can maybe get a shot on him, but I had about 4 of them in holes here a second ago. See if we can get another one set up. I did want to show you, since we're so close to a creek back here that we've had so much rain, it's actually turned into, we've got a really nice amount of water back there. I decided to get one of these super duper monster blacklight bug zappers, and this thing is huge. Black Flag. It's one of the biggest ones. I had about half this size last year that I hung up, and this really does a good job. And I usually bang that thing out in the morning, and the chickens come in and eat everything that falls out of it. They love it. All right, we got another one right here. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, that's a good soak on that one. He's just shaking it off right now. Every time I've done this before, it just knocks him right off. There he goes, down on the bottom. That's what you want to see. That WD-40 does the job. So I'm glad we got that on film. Most of these, let me see if there's any more. I don't see any more working here. Oop, got one right here, right in my face. Woo! Come on, baby. All right, I got another one sitting right here. I think I can nail it. Right down to the deck. I just don't want the chicken to eat it. I just buried it. So, WD-40 is a champion. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit this hole here. He was just starting on that hole, so he hadn't got too far in there. So, that's what you do. Those traps work, but I can't always get a perfect location for them, so that's the way you can kind of knock some of these down. So today we have a new addition on the end of my rabbit deck. I can now take this rabbit poo and start scraping it down, and I've created a little spot down here where I can kind of compost it, turn it over, and then I can pull it out and put it over in the beds that I'm going to make on that side. We got all of the rounds out of the bottom part of this now, and I got to start figuring out how the heck I'm going to do something with this, but I need to start terracing this somehow. I may have to tear down part of this fence and get a bobcat in here to do this, but I'm not quite sure. I've got a couple guys I'm going to call, and we're going to talk about this, figure out how we're going to do this. And even in this area where the chickens destroy everything, I think I'm going to put some fruit trees down in this area. I'm just going to have to protect it from the chickens. But this is going to be huge. I have a tremendous amount of poo here that I can collect, and I mean, this is an amazing product for, you know, starting your new beds. I just need to get it out here and let it kind of dry up, and then I can I'll have black gold. All right, maybe get one more on the shot here. Oh, perfect. He's going down. He's down. Don't eat it, chicken. Don't. Nope. 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 Don't eat it. I'm gonna have to get that sucker out of there. Chickens are just fantastic eating stuff. Chickens are still at it. They are loving this. All right, we're gonna see what eggs we got today. I got it. How many we have in here?
3.
Oh, only 3. Not that many in this one. So we have one dumb chicken over here that likes to lay underneath the tarp. I don't know what it's going to do when we remove the tarp. Yep, there it is. So we got to go Easter egging every day. Might want to make sure there isn't more than one down there. Nope, just one. Okay. What a surprise. Gonna have some eggs for breakfast. So tomorrow these will be picked clean. But it's getting late. They're about ready to go in. So they're not going to get too far on this. But it's a fantastic treat for chickens. Pumpkins are another thing. They absolutely love pumpkins. At least the traditional kind, like from Halloween. I think there were a couple other types of squash that we had done and they didn't care for, but the traditional pumpkin, they love it. Okay, we had a successful hunting trip with the Carpenter bees. We definitely seem to have quite a few this year. So, may have to spend a little time tomorrow knocking the population down a little bit. I noticed that one of my traps is completely full, so I got to dump that out. But last year I went to do it and there were a couple live ones and they escaped. So we'll see how things go. Anyways, I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Remember, do the best you can. God bless.